What is going on, everyone? It is DC3 Johnson here with another Madden NFL 22 franchise mode video here, guys. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and take on the Detroit Lions, continuing our 2021 season campaign up in Detroit. So it should be it must have been a tough flight, I'm not going to lie, because Detroit's very cold, especially at this time of the year. Winters are brutal. Winters are brutal up north, so and Arizona's always hot. It's always like 80, 90 degrees in the desert. So must have been a tough morning for our boys here, but we're going to go ahead and make the most of it here. Luckily, Ford Field's a closed stadium, so it should be fine here as we go ahead and get this drive started with the amazing pass there to DeAndre Hopkins, who ends up crossing 1,000 receiving yards with that pass. Let's take a quick look one more time. So from the 25, there you see it all the way down to the 30. DeAndre just leaps up. The defenders, nothing they can really do without getting a passer interference call. And so it ends up going all the way down to the 28-yard line here. There you see another terrific pass. This time it's going to be Mr. Connor, unfortunately, but it ends up being ruled incomplete. And so we end up having to kick a field goal that barely makes it in. It actually taps the front of the Fagans. I initially thought it was going to be a no good call, but it ends up being a good field goal. So it's a 3-3, and fortunately Kyler Murray ends up getting injured on that play right very early in the first quarter. So RG3 will end up having to take over for the game here. Ends up getting a sack on the second play, and so now on 3rd and 15, drives coming. We're gonna fortunately we don't have the speed to rush all the way over. It ends up being intercepted here as we take the gamble and we give it all the way to Christian Kirk. Unfortunately, just not enough power. Just really not enough power as the Chiefs end up beating the Chargers 42-21. And we end up getting a small gain there, 7 yards to the up to the 32, and now a small pass here to DeAndre one more time. Just trying to focus on DeAndre. He's having a really good night. There you see 66 receptions for the year. Obviously, it's a little lower considering that DeAndre was injured for about 2 or 3 games. Actually, it might have been 4 or 5 games actually, because I believe Christian Kirk ended up coming back from injury quicker than everybody else. But we did lose a couple of receivers. Right now, I believe we're dealing without Keyshawn at the moment, Keyshawn Johnson, as we get down to the 20. I know Rondo Moore's also out. And so unfortunately, injuries have plagued us. It hasn't done too much to our results, luckily, with the exception of the loss of Kyler Murray, which that one was a little tough. But RG3 did pretty good as he ends up picking up the touchdown here. First rush touchdown of the season for him, I'm assuming. And he ended up with a 1-1 record when Kyler Murray was injured. So not horrible, actually, not horrible. There you see Kyler ends up, Robert ends up giving the Cardinals the lead here as we end up picking up the ball with Chase Edmonds taking over at the all the way down to the 45-yard line. And there we see RG just absorbing a couple tackles, taking it all the way down to the 47, and now we give it to Connor again. This time he's going to go through the tackle and get a 13-yard gain. So right now it's all about pushing this run game, guys. We do want to pass every now and then to kind of keep them on their toes, but see, just a good example of, like, look at this. He avoids the tackle, ends up getting forced out of bounds by Chase Edmonds. RG just unfortunately just does not have the range we need to do these mid-range passes, so we got to go short all the way here. Luckily, Detroit ends up missing any potential game-changing opportunities for them. It's still a 10-6 ball game. We have about 6 minutes left here in the first half. We're going to try to see if we can run it up one more time before the first half expires. And there you see we're going to take the gamble. I don't like the idea, but we're going to take the gamble. It ends up being an incomplete pass. So it ends up being 4th and 13. We're going to go ahead and throw it away here. There you see Jared Goff, 121 yards. And now Connor ends up getting us to the 28. There you see Detroit ends up scoring a touchdown. So it's now 13-10. Pass here. This time it's going to be good. Good job to RG for getting the pass against Christian Kirk. Now we're midfield. We're going to go ahead and throw it here to DeAndre. A quick 10-yard pass. So I consider those to be like a short range. And gets all the way down to the 33 at the 2-minute warning here. We do end up using our first timeout. Benjamin, trying to keep people guessing about which halfbacks we're going to use. We end up pushing Benjamin here down to the 23. And there you see, all the way down to the 7. And so with about a minute to go here, Benjamin's going to go all the way to the end zone. And so now we take the lead here with under a minute left to play in the first half. It's now 16-13 with the extra point. It will be a 4-point game. So good job to RG in doing a successful drive here. Kyler Murray ends up coming back here in the third quarter. And so hopefully we just have to make sure we don't give him any more injury scares as we take the ball out of bounds, avoiding the tackle there. There we see on the next play. Down to, it should be Max Williams who's going to get all the way to the 46. First reception of the game for Mr. Max Williams. Connor back gets us down to the 42. And there you see, just going to drive it once again all the way out of bounds. Not even going to risk a tackle here. Getting to the 35. And one more time, we're just going to drive it again. Dive for the to the floor to avoid a tackle there, and it's going to be 1st and 10 down to the 15. There you see San Francisco will be facing the Falcons here later today, and which is going to be a divisional game for us that we need to keep an eye on. And then New Orleans, Tampa Bay. That should be rather interesting. Especially it's going to be a Sunday night game. And then now DeAndre Hopkins getting us down to the 36. Still a 24-16 game. So kudos to the Lions for scoring a field goal. It's still within reach. Technically, they can still pull a 2-point conversion and tie. So we still need to score here. We're already into field goal range. But can we push the bar even further and get another end zone touchdown? There you see Max Williams ends up getting called for a pass interference on the offensive end. The defense coming, almost a near interception, and it's going to have to be a field goal here for us. It's 4th and 14 on 25, and we end up getting the field goal to push the lead to 11 here. Still 11-point game with about 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. There we see down to the 35. Edmonds takes over. Down to just a 2-yard gain here. And now 3rd and 9. There you see Edmonds ends up getting the first down at the 50 with about 30 seconds left here. And so far, good game. Look at this. Titans 14-14 against Big Ben. And now at the 33, so 17-yard gain to end the third quarter. There you see, this is actually the first quarter that the Lions do not score any points at all. So it's a 10-0. We end up having to go for a field goal here at the 31, and it ends up coming good. So now we've extended the lead to 14 points, and it's now a 2-touchdown lead as we are going for the kill here. We're going for the kill. 12 minutes to go. There you see easy pass to Max Williams, who's going to run it all the way down to the 12. In the red zone. 22 receiving yards after catch, and there you see dancing around, just enjoying that really poor job on the Lions defense there. Luckily, Max Williams not a quick runner, otherwise that would have been end zone pass already. And so now at the 9, 3rd and 8 here, game's on the line. We're gonna throw it at the last second, and it's gonna be caught. It's gonna be AJ Green who's going to get the touchdown credit here. And now we've officially taken over the game here, 37-16. Jared Goff, unfortunately, unable to score on that possession. And now we're burning through the defense. We're all the way up to the 36-yard line. There you see Edmonds once again avoiding all the easy tackles to get down to the 45. And so now 2nd and 1, going to throw it here. It's going to go to Christian Kirk, who's going to get us down to the 24-yard line. And so 6 minutes again, we go for the run. Chase Edmonds. Edmonds going to... I don't know what happened there. I guess the play was still alive, so we get to the 17. And now Connor gets down to the 5. Okay, the 6-yard line. And one more time, second and goal here. We're going to go for the pass. It's easy possession right there to Chase Edmonds, who is going to get the received touchdown credit. There you see we're almost near 5,000 yards. Now we give it to Connor, who's going to go get his yardage here, and trying to kill the time, basically trying to kill the time for the Lions fans. Unfortunately, they're starting to walk out towards the exit, and just kind of watching as the clock winds down. Ends up going for a field goal, which ends up being the first miss of the game, but no biggie. Unfortunately, the Lions end up going scoreless in the second half. 16-44 the final, guys. I really do appreciate you guys sticking around to the end to watch everything. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That way, stay tuned for the next one here, guys. Take care, guys, and be safe out there.